What's going on, everybody? In this video, we're going to look over some recent Senseonics news that just dropped today as of this upload. We're also going to take a look at what's going on the chart, and then we're going to look at some other things as well. So if you like these videos, consider hitting the like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Definitely appreciate your support, and let's get started with this video. And here's the news that just dropped today as of this upload, September 26th. I will leave it down below for you so you can look over it yourself. But Senseonics announced the last patient completion of the 365-day enhanced pivotal clinical study. And the chief medical officer of Senseonics had this to say about it. We are pleased that all patients have completed the testing for the adult arm of the enhanced clinical study. Demonstration of safe and accurate performance of Sense for 365 days in the study would further validate its ability to facilitate more effective and longer-term management of diabetes. And the medical officer goes on to say, we appreciate the efforts of the participating investigators and patients and look forward to analyzing the data, preparing the submission, and working with the FDA with the goal to secure approval for the planned 365-day Sense system in the coming quarters. Over 165 adult subjects were in this study, and they were inserted with Sense systems in 4 centers across the US. Enrollment for the 365-day sensor was completed in September of 2022, and data gathered in this study was also used to support the FDA submission for the ICGM, or Integrated Continuous Glucose Monitoring, which was earlier in 2023. Now, an IDE, or Investigational Device Exemption, was submitted and approved for expansion of the study to allow for pediatric patients from 14 to 18 years of age. And the first pediatric study participants were enrolled in Q2 of 2023. So in a few more quarters, we will hear about the pediatric study participants, as this started in Q2 of 2023, whereas the adult study was already completed now. But this is definitely good news for Senseonics, and it's another step in the right direction to get that 365-day CGM out there. And they're trying to expand its use to not only adults, but also those at the age of 14 to 18 years of age. But let me know how you feel down below about this news. And next up, let's take a look at what's going on the chart. Looking at Senseonics today, we are looking at right around a 4% update as of this upload. And one thing that I'm watching for is for this pattern to play out. We have what looks like another double bottom, another W. We saw one previously back in May of 2023 when it went from right around where we are now, right around 55 cents, all the way up to $1, so it nearly doubled up from here. One great way to play this move is to set a stop loss under our lows here and see where it can take you. If this W does play out, it'll likely go from around 50 cents to around 62 cents. And speaking of moving averages, one thing I'm really closely watching for on Senseonics is a golden cross. We have not seen that since our huge bull run back in 2021. Back here when Senseonics went from about 50 cents right around where we are now, all the way up into the 5s on that huge epic rally we had. Since then, we have not seen a golden cross. We went on this rally. It tried to continue. It just tightened up. It didn't see a new breakout. It didn't see new highs after that initial run. And soon after, we saw a death cross. Since then, we've continued to be bearish. We have not seen a flip of the 250 MA since. And our last attempt was back in April on this W that I mentioned earlier. We went on our run. It got the moving averages very close to flipping, but we just could not cut it. So what I'm watching for is if we can move from here, start getting a bounce, trade above the 50 MA, and start seeing some positive momentum, we can potentially see that golden cross soon. But I do think getting into Senseonics, a great entry point would be a golden cross, a flip of the 50 to 200 MA. And since our initial run in 2021, we haven't seen any false positives here. We've just been bearish the entire time. We saw our death cross and it's continued down since. We have not seen a golden cross in all that time. Now that the price is kind of leveling out, since April of 2023, we've been essentially sideways. I do think it's possible very soon for us to see that golden cross that I mentioned. But like I said, we do need to see some positive upwards momentum. If this W plays out and we see a break over the 50 MA, that would be fantastic. But we really need to start seeing a move up soon if we are going to see a flip of the moving averages. Like I said, a great potential swing trade with a stop loss, set a stop right around 48 cents, and let this ride, see where it goes, see if we do play out this double bottom and get up into the 60 cents range. But let me know what you guys are doing with Senseonics. Are you just a long-term holder on this, or are you taking advantage of swing trades along the way? Also, I want to quickly go over to tip ranks. I don't always really care what the analysts think, but some people are interested in it. But I cut out all the lower ranking analysts. We have a 4 and a 5-star analyst. One gave it a sell rating about 2 months ago. This was reiterated 2 months ago, and they gave it a price target of 50 cents. We've already reached it, so I'm wondering what they're going to do next. Are they going to put a higher price target or a lower price target? But the one that put that price target is a top ranking analyst. He's in like the top 300 out of 9,000 with a 61% success rate and a 10% average return per rating. So I'm curious if they're going to give a new price target since their target was reached. And we also have another target by H.C. Wainwright, and this was only put out there last month, so a little more recently than the 50-cent price target. I think $2 right now is a bit of a far reach, but if we do see more progress with the FDA and an approval finally of the 365-day CGM, combined with the Fed no longer raising rates, I do think there's a possibility that Senseonics can get back to that 2 within a year from now. A lot can change in as little as a year. But let me know what you guys think about Senseonics. What is your price target? Where would you plan to sell this stock? I am personally still holding my position, and when things become bullish, when we do see that golden cross, I will likely start adding to it again. For the last couple months, I've been just letting it do its thing, knowing that the chart is rather bearish, knowing that we've been downtrending since our death cross. But I am continuing to hold this because I do believe in the long term of Senseonics. And next earnings, we may see a record quarter again. But let me know what you guys think about Senseonics, SENS stock. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.